Hi, my name's Kyle and this is Track by Track, music reviews, news, and commentary. This is a concert ticket to what I was expecting to be one of the best live shows I'd seen in a long time. The headliner was Conor Oberst and he's touring for his latest album, Salutations. When I bought this ticket, the opening act had yet to be announced, and when it was revealed to be Phoebe Bridgers, I got super excited. Her album wasn't even out yet, but the few tracks I'd heard had already made her record one of my most anticipated releases of the year. Then, 2 days before the concert, it was announced that the show had been canceled. Huge bummer. A week later, Phoebe Bridgers' new album finally came out. Would it be so outstanding that I'd get depressed about missing the concert again? Or so mediocre that I wouldn't care anymore? My review of Stranger in the Alps by Phoebe Bridgers is coming up in just a minute. But first, it's bonus track trivia. I think when most people hear the name Phoebe, the singer-songwriter they think of is actually Phoebe Buffay from the TV show Friends. Her most well-known song is probably Smelly Cat, but she performed many other songs over the 10 seasons of that hit show. So which of these songs was not performed by Phoebe? Was it My Coma Guy, Double Jointed Boy, Parading Goats, or Bearded Yeti Man? I'll have the answer coming up at the end of the video because where else would you find bonus tracks? Stranger in the Alps is the debut full-length album by Phoebe Bridgers, a young folk rock musician from Los Angeles. I first heard her music this past spring when she released a single and video for Smoke Signals. There's a line in that song that seemed to come into my mind daily for weeks. Bridgers sings, "I want to live at the Holiday Inn where somebody else makes the bed." Yes, I think of that line when I make the bed, and no, I don't want to live at the Holiday Inn. But Bridgers has created a powerful metaphor in that line, and it's just one of many contained within the hypnotically melancholy 5 minutes of this song. Smoke Signals contains some of the most evocative lyrics I've heard in a long time, and that's not to say that they're unusually profound, it's more that they accomplish a kind of vivid storytelling that pulls you in and makes you feel the emotion behind the words and visualize the personal history behind them. I don't know if this song is autobiographical, and actually I prefer not to know because I don't want to know any additional details to color or distort my perception of the piece as a self-contained whole. And that's just the opening track on the album. There's even more darkness to be explored on Funeral. Here, Bridgers sings about being asked to sing at the funeral of a kid a year older than me. She's confronting mortality and loss, and it hits her hard, the idea of being so young and ultimately so fragile. Again, there's some real heartfelt sentiments in the lyrics. She sings about feeling sorry for herself, but then feeling guilty for her self-pity when she remembers someone's kid is dead. Loneliness seems to be a recurring theme on the album. It's central to songs like Demi Moore and Scott Street, both of which revolve around phone conversations with someone Bridgers is missing. On Demi Moore, she's chatting with a lover, or more accurately, sexting. This isn't parental advisory material here, though. It's just about trying to feel a connection when there's so much distance between you. And on Scott Street, the conversation is also about distance, but in time. Years have passed. Friends have earned their degrees, quit bands, and gotten married, and it all makes Bridgers feel like a stranger. I think it's a sentiment we've all felt at some point when we've reconnected with friends from our past and find that we don't really know them anymore. Now, I don't want to give the impression that the album is all doom and gloom. There's a melancholy mood that permeates just about every song, but tracks like Georgia and Chelsea seem to have a slightly more hopeful outlook. And then, of course, there's Motion Sickness. This is the only song on the album you would call up-tempo. Well, mid-tempo, really. I get a strong Amy Mann vibe on this song, on both the vocals and the lyrics. A more current indie artist that this song reminds me of is Marika Hackman. Motion Sickness would have been right at home on her most recent album, I'm Not Your Man. If there's a misstep on the album, I'd say it's the inclusion of guest vocals on 2 of the tracks. On Killer, Bridgers shares the chorus with indie rocker John Doe, and it just feels a bit unnecessary. That's especially true if you compare this version to the version she released on an EP 2 years ago. She's also traded guitar for piano on the new album version. I like both renditions, but prefer the vocals solo. The same goes for the song Would You Rather. Here we get Conor Oberst trading off with Phoebe on the chorus. Now, I'm a big Conor Oberst fan, as I said before, but his inclusion here isn't working for me, and in an odd way, he doesn't even sound like himself. It's missing most of his unique vocal trademarks. I don't know if that's intentional, but either way, it's not working for me. But these are both good songs, and I really like the storytelling on Would You Rather, so I think I'll look forward to maybe hearing a solo acoustic version of that someday. Phoebe Bridgers closes the album with a cover song, although probably not one you'd recognize. You Missed My Heart was originally by Mark Kozelek and Jimmy LaVale from the groups Sun Kil Moon and The Album Leaf, respectively. Bridgers totally makes the song her own, translating it from its original synthesized instrumentation to her own haunting piano soundscape. It's rare that a cover is able to elevate a song as effectively as this. Lyrically, we're back in some pretty dark territory here, but Bridgers crafts something truly beautiful from this macabre tale about a crime of passion, and it's one of the album's highlights. So, as I said, leading up to the release of this album, I had pretty high hopes. And of course, I'd hope to hear it live, too. But Stranger in the Alps is a really strong debut. There's a haunting quality to her songs and vocals that are similar to Elliott Smith, who she cites as an influence. And that should tell you a lot about what to expect. This album aims for melancholy masterpiece, and it lands pretty close to the mark. This is not feel-good music. Rather, it's not ready to feel good music, and sometimes that and a glass of cheap wine are all you need for 45 minutes. So I'm giving Stranger in the Alps by Phoebe Bridgers an X rating of 8. She is definitely an artist to watch. Alright, now let's get back to that other Phoebe and the answer to bonus track trivia. The question was, which of the following was not a song performed by Phoebe Buffay on the TV show Friends? My Coma Guy, Double Jointed Boy, Parading Goats, or Bearded Yeti Man? The answer is Bearded Yeti Man. Although Monica and Rachel were startled by a bearded man in the episode entitled The One with the Yeti, Phoebe did not sing a song about that encounter. Definitely a missed opportunity there. Once again, my name's Kyle, and this is Track by Track, music reviews, news, and commentary. If you like what you see, please be sure to click the old thumbs up icon. Plus, be sure to check out some of these other videos and reviews from my channel. And of course, be sure to click subscribe, because true music fans always want new releases the day they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.